Howdy, y'all. It's February 20, and I just wanted to check in, talk about a few things that have been going on. I think that I'm going to talk about price controls. We're going to talk about some sailing channels, and we'll talk about a movie review. So, um, I watched a few sailing videos yesterday, and there's one channel that I sort of watched from the beginning. Basically, uh, uh, people who watch sailing channels will know, but this guy he bought a older boat. I think it was like a Cape Dory 30 something, and he sailed from I want to say like the Chesapeake to somewhere. Um, I think somewhere in the Caribbean. But anyway, he has a pretty popular YouTube channel. It's about 200,000 followers. Um, and recently, like within the last year, he bought a catamaran and he brought his fiance aboard. Um, I think this guy was a lawyer. I think he might be like some type of attorney. But anyway, he brought this chick aboard, and I don't know. It just seems like she doesn't like she wanted to be there like for the sailing part, but she doesn't really like the YouTube part, which is fine, I guess. She did kind of know beforehand what she was getting into, though. But throughout the whole video, I just thought it was kind of funny. Like she has like her back to the camera, like throughout the whole video. She hardly says anything, just a few words of answering whatever. And and I also noticed that I never really see her helping that much. She might have help unfurl some sail or whatever, but um, for the most part, I don't. Maybe they just don't film her helping do things. Like he was like uh, hoisting, like weighing the anchor, like by himself, and this chick was like nowhere to be found. I don't know. I just thought the whole thing was weird. I still like his channel though. He has a cool boat, but it seems like the thing breaks down like every 5 minutes. So there's that. Last night I watched a really, really great movie. The movie was called Foul Play, and I'll bring up the screen share real quick. So the movie's Foul Play, and it had Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase and a bunch of other actors. The actor who just recently passed, who played the sheriff in Rambo, can't remember his name, but he just passed like within the last 2 or 3 weeks. And who else? Um, Dudley Moore. Is he the guy from Arthur on the Rocks? That he's like a British actor. He's really funny. The movie was absolutely hilarious. It's from 1978. It's about a young woman who picks up a hitchhiker who happens to have evidence concerning a certain assassination, and the bad guys are like chasing her throughout the movie. That's the basic theme of the movie. It's really funny. Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn, they always go well together. Uh, all the National Lampoon's movies that I can think of. Um, but I want to show you something. So whether you're, you know, on the road sitting in your truck, or you're in your RV at a campground, or you're at an Anchorage or in a marina or whatever, this is a cool trick that YouTube does. So what you do is you go to YouTube and you type in movie and just like any year, okay? So I'll put 1982, and it will come up with hundreds of movies from that year. Okay, hundreds of movies. Tootsie. I keep seeing E.T. I bet you that comes up. Banana Joe looks like a comedy. Is that lady from Romancing the Stone? I can't remember her name. Really great actress. But you get the idea. All different kung fu movies. That's what's up. You get the idea. All these different genres, different movies. You can watch the whole movie. Beastmaster, classic. So many great movies. Annie. I didn't know Annie was from 1982. So you get the idea. Here, I'll put in another year. I'll put in 1977. A lot of horror movies from back then. The Car. There you go. Oh, hold on. That wasn't the full movie. So it'll say full movie, and it'll have like the whole time in there. Sorcerer. What's that? Oh, I don't want to. Daggone it. How do I? Roots. Okay. Hills Have Eyes. So you get the idea. You can watch all the movies that you've ever missed on YouTube with no cost, no charge. So there's that. So if you guys have any movie reviews that you want me to do or that you want me to talk about, I can do that. So you just comment whatever. What was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Let me see here. Stop the screen share. So movie review, sailing channel, economy. Okay, so within the last day or two, Washington Post had an article about how Center for American Progress, which is a very far left, I guess you call it like a think tank or something, came out with an idea. It's an old idea that they brought back to life for some reason, to cap prices on certain groceries. What they propose is that grocery stores. See, this just shows that they have no idea how the economy works. That grocery stores cap the prices on certain strawberries, I think beef. What else? It's behind a paywall, so I couldn't really show that. Anyway, you get the idea. I think milk and eggs, a bunch of different grocery items. So the grocery stores would agree to cap that. So they would agree to lose money, and in return, they would get a discounted rate on credit card swipe fees. Like when you swipe your card, it charges the merchant something like 3 cents or 3%, something like that. I think for me, when I had a credit card reader, it was like the rate was like 3%. So, the credit card companies would agree to sort of give a discounted rate and lose money. So It sounds great on the surface, capping the prices. I think they said for like 10 years or something. And it sounds great like when you say it casually, but when you think about how okay, the output, the price is sort of the output of all the inputs that go into bringing a strawberry to Kroger, right? Price of seeds, price of all the different fertilizers, chemicals they spray on those strawberries. Price of labor has gone up. We deported everybody. Diesel fuel to get the strawberries moved around. Factories, packaging. You get the idea. They ignore all of that. They can all those prices can just keep going up and up and up. But the output, the end is they want to compress the price of strawberries down and hold it there so that people who are paying in inflated dollars can still afford to buy these things. Okay, they tried this already. Venezuela, Zimbabwe, China, any country, any currency that has been hyperinflated, that country has tried to do price controls at some point. They temporarily give the illusion of working, but everything breaks everywhere else because the truck drivers can't afford nothing. What's going to happen is people are going to stop growing strawberries. There will be no incentive. There will be no profit incentive to grow strawberries anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? So, let me see. I have a summary of the article. Let's see here. The article is behind a paywall, but based on what came through, February 19th, Washington Post piece covers. Democrats are exploring a new proposal to cap grocery prices in response to persistent voter concerns. Right? So the narrative shift of this week is, and who was that? There was a congressman or senator from Texas who gave a little press briefing on this. Said that we have to talk about affordability, but we also have to talk about solutions. He said that. So let me see. Broader context from the Post coverage: overall inflation cooled to 2.4% annually, but grocery prices remain a sore spot. Economists have generally been skeptical of price caps, warning they can create shortages. People will stop growing strawberries. People will stop packaging eggs and discouraging supply. Criticism has been leveled. Several proposals in the past, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So there you have it. So if you have any interest in any of the stories, like, comment, share, follow, do all those wonderful things. It would help to know, what people like to talk about, because I can talk about those things and I won't waste your time with, if you don't like movie reviews or whatever. I really, personally, I do. I think I'm going to have a lot of it's going to be nice to be able to watch like old movies of the past, because I like older movies way more than the newer sort of wokey kind of movies. But other than that, I'm gonna get off here and start my day.